Imagine an Audi where the steering wheel can disappear, the dashboard can transform, and electric power becomes almost secondary to the experience. This is the Audi Grandsphere Concept, a vision of what Audi believes luxury travel could become. 2. Introduction. The Audi Grandsphere Concept was created to explore a very different idea of luxury. Instead of starting with the traditional luxury sedan formula, Audi asked a simple question. What if the car itself became a private lounge? The Grandsphere was introduced as part of Audi's three sphere concepts, alongside the Skysphere and Urban Sphere. Each concept explored a different interpretation of future mobility. The Grandsphere focused on the world of long-distance luxury travel. And that explains almost everything about its design. It is long, low, extremely spacious, and completely electric. But the most fascinating part isn't simply its electric powertrain. It's what happens inside. 3. Exterior design. The Grandsphere immediately looks different from a conventional Audi sedan. The proportions are closer to a long luxury GT. The concept measures around 5.35 meters in length, giving designers enormous freedom to create a spacious cabin. Its wheelbase is approximately 3.19 meters. That long wheelbase isn't just for appearance. It creates space for the interior and allows Audi to push the wheels toward the corners of the vehicle. The front features Audi's familiar single-frame shape, but it has been reinterpreted for an electric vehicle. Traditional air intakes are no longer necessary in the same way, so the grille becomes more of a visual identity element. The lighting is also highly advanced. Digital light technology allows the concept to create distinctive lighting signatures and communication effects. From the side, the Grandsphere is extremely clean. There are no unnecessary lines. The roof flows smoothly toward the rear, creating a dramatic fastback silhouette. And because the car is electric, Audi could push the cabin forward while maintaining a long, elegant body. The result is less like a traditional sedan and more like a futuristic electric Grand Tourer. 4. Interior. This is where the Grandsphere becomes truly special. Audi designed the interior around the idea of a first-class travel experience. The steering wheel and pedals can retract when the vehicle is operating in an automated driving mode. When that happens, the driver doesn't need to focus on conventional driving controls. Instead, the cabin becomes a lounge. The front seats can change their position. The dashboard is deliberately minimal. And instead of surrounding occupants with conventional screens, Audi created a large horizontal interaction surface. When the car is being driven manually, the driver receives the information needed for driving. But when automated driving is available, the interior transforms. The goal is to give passengers more freedom to relax, communicate and enjoy the journey. This is a fundamentally different approach to car interiors. Instead of asking, how can we fit more technology into the dashboard? Audi asks, how can we remove the dashboard from the experience? 5. Technology. Technology is at the heart of the Grandsphere. The concept uses Audi's MMI touchless response approach, allowing occupants to interact with functions using gestures and physical controls. One of the most unusual features is the large wooden interaction surface across the dashboard. Audi calls this the MMI touchless response system. Rather than relying entirely on traditional touchscreen interaction, users can operate functions through gestures and controls integrated into the interior. The concept was also designed around automated driving. When the vehicle can operate autonomously, the steering wheel and pedals retract. Audi envisioned the car becoming an entertainment and relaxation environment. The Grandsphere was also built on the PPE-based technology direction, with an approximately 120 kWh battery and an 800-volt electrical system. Audi estimated that the concept could achieve around 750 kilometers of WLTP range under its stated testing methodology. Charging was designed to be extremely quick, with Audi targeting roughly 300 kilometers of additional range in about 10 minutes under suitable conditions. 6. Engine and performance. There is no gasoline engine here. The Grandsphere is fully electric. Audi equipped the concept with 2 electric motors, one on each axle. Together, they produce approximately 530 kilowatts, equivalent to around 710 horsepower. Torque is approximately 960 Nm. That makes the Grandsphere much more than a comfortable luxury cruiser. It has serious performance. Audi estimated 0 to 100 km/h in just over 4 seconds. Power is sent to all four wheels through Audi's electric all-wheel drive system. But the Grandsphere wasn't created simply to win acceleration contests. Its enormous battery and long body were designed around another goal: high-speed long-distance travel. That's why Audi calls it a grand touring concept. The car should be fast when you want it to be, but calm when you simply want to cross a continent. 7. Driving experience. The Grandsphere concept was designed around two different experiences. The first is the traditional driver's experience. The second is automated luxury travel. When you're driving manually, the car provides the expected connection between driver, steering and road. The low center of gravity from the battery should help the vehicle remain stable. The electric motors provide instant torque. And the long wheelbase should contribute to a smooth, planted character. But activate the automated driving concept, and the entire philosophy changes. The steering wheel retracts. The pedals disappear. The driver can move into a more relaxed position. And suddenly, the vehicle becomes something closer to a private lounge traveling at speed. That's the real innovation. Audi isn't simply trying to make autonomous driving safer. It's asking what we could do with all the interior space once we no longer need to constantly control the vehicle. 8. Safety. Because the Grandsphere is a concept, it doesn't have a conventional production safety rating. However, automated driving was one of its central themes. Audi designed the concept around advanced sensors, cameras and vehicle control technology intended to support future automated driving functions. The concept's retractable steering wheel and pedals demonstrate how Audi imagined higher levels of automation changing the physical interior. But it's important to remember that the Grandsphere's autonomous driving capabilities were part of Audi's future-oriented concept vision. They should not be interpreted as a promise that every feature would become available on a production vehicle. 9. Reliability and ownership. Reliability isn't something we can meaningfully judge because the Grandsphere is a concept. It was never offered as a normal production vehicle. There is no production maintenance schedule, no consumer warranty, and no long-term owner reliability data. What we can say is that the technology previewed by the Grandsphere influenced Audi's thinking about future electric vehicles and interior design. The concept was less about creating something customers could immediately purchase and more about testing ideas. Electric propulsion, 800-volt charging, advanced software, automated driving, and a completely different cabin experience. 10. Competitor comparison. The Grandsphere was designed to compete conceptually with the future of ultra-luxury electric transportation. Its closest real-world comparisons would eventually include vehicles such as the Mercedes-Benz EQS and other high-end electric Grand Tourers. But Audi's concept is different. The EQS remains fundamentally a production luxury sedan. The Grandsphere was designed from the beginning around the possibility that the driver may not always be driving. That changes the entire interior. Instead of making the dashboard the center of the cabin, Audi makes the passengers the center. And that's why the Grandsphere remains such an interesting concept. 11. Pros and cons. Pros. Dramatic futuristic design. Fully electric powertrain. Around 710 horsepower. Approximately 960 Nm of torque. Dual electric motors. Quattro-style electric all-wheel drive. Around 120 kWh battery. 800-volt electrical architecture. Audi estimated range of around 750 km WLTP. Extremely spacious interior. Innovative automated driving concept. Retractable steering wheel and pedals. Luxury Grand Tourer philosophy. Cons. Concept vehicle, not a production model. No consumer pricing. No production warranty. No long-term reliability data. Autonomous driving features remain conceptual. Some technology may never reach production. Final production specifications do not exist. 12. Buying advice. There is one simple problem with buying the Audi Grandsphere. You can't. It's a concept. But if you are interested in Audi's future electric vehicles, the Grandsphere is still worth understanding. It demonstrates the direction Audi was exploring for luxury EVs. Long range, fast charging, high performance, minimalist interiors, and increasingly automated driving. For someone looking for a production Audi today, other models are the practical choice. But for understanding where Audi's design and technology philosophy could go, the Grandsphere remains one of the company's most interesting concepts. 13. Final verdict. The Audi Grandsphere Concept isn't simply a futuristic sedan. It's a different interpretation of what a luxury car could become. Its electric powertrain provides enormous performance. Its long wheelbase creates extraordinary interior space. Its 800-volt architecture points toward rapid charging. And its retractable steering wheel demonstrates something even more important. Audi was imagining a world where the driver doesn't always need to be the driver. When automation takes over, the cabin becomes a lounge. The car becomes a private space. And the journey itself becomes the luxury. The Grandsphere may never become a production car exactly as Audi showed it. But that's not really the point. Concept cars are supposed to challenge our expectations. And the Grandsphere did exactly that. It wasn't asking how to build a better luxury sedan. It was asking what happens when the luxury sedan no longer needs to be a sedan at all.